Alright, so just a real quick piece on harnesses, gentle leaders, collars, halties, all this stuff that everyone asks about. Alright, so I'm not going to lie, I can't stand harnesses. I think they're horrible for training. If you want to teach your dog how to walk politely and do all this stuff and do training and then put your dog back in a harness, by all means, it's great. But I see people all the time asking what's the best no pull, no, easy walk, this and that. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, they're all gimmicks. If you really want to stop your dog from doing all that shit, teach it not to. That's the best thing that you can actually do for your dog. And by doing that, you're gonna just create more of a bond with the dog. So it's not the tool, it's not the gimmick, it's not the gentle leader, it's the person on the other end of the leash. It is 100% of the time, it's the person on the other end of the leash. I've seen it a million times where somebody will insist on using one of these things, and I can put a regular rope on them, and within 10 minutes their dog's walking with one finger. They just needed to be shown how to do it. And once you do that, not only are you showing the dog how to walk on this new, just on a rope, it created a bond with you. It's trusting you. It understands what you want because you're telling it through the leash. And when you have a harness on your dog, I feel it's very hard to communicate through a leash with a harness. It's hard to get me to give information with a harness because of the center mass with leashes, whether it's a front clip or the back one. It just doesn't work, period. Their paws come off the ground, I have no control. I use a short slip lead. It's just a rope, goes around the dog's neck. Basically, it's a noose. Yup. Put this guard on it. They can't back out of it. If your dog chokes themselves out with one of these, that should never ever happen. The reason it's choking it out is because you don't understand leash pressure and you don't understand how to condition a dog with a leash. That should never happen, ever. So with a couple of basic tweaks and understanding how a little bit of the leash pressure stuff, your dog should be able to use one of these within 5 minutes. Never mind the fact, if your dog ever gets loose, no one's putting a gentle leader on it when they find it, or a harness. They're most likely going to try to throw a leash on it. So in my opinion, if you want to teach your dog anything and teach it quick, put those things aside for now and just stick with a lead, just a regular slip lead. I train with a slip lead for just about everything. I use martingales, which are, they're cinch collars, but they can't completely cinch, so it's just a little bit of information versus more with the slip. I've used prongs in the past. I don't have a problem with them. I think that's a last resort thing for a really bratty dog that's been walked the wrong way for a really long time, and you need some real quick results. But I mean, if you have the time to train, that same bratty dog can be done with just about anything. But I have no problem with prongs if people want to use them, but I suggest you try some other things first. So that's my opinion on all the tools. So when you post all these questions about what's the best pull, what's the best this and that, my answer is always going to be training. It always will be. Like I said, I've never met a dog I couldn't walk with one of these things, within a couple of minutes after just letting the dog warm up to it. So this is debatable. This debate goes on forever. You're entitled to your opinion, but I know what works for me and what I've seen work over time and on just countless dogs. So if you're going to watch these videos and tell me you're struggling and you're using a harness or a gentle leader or any of that stuff, I'm going to tell you all day long, get rid of it. Get rid of it. The dog I'm going to walk in one of the next videos is my neighbor's dog, and that's a dog that was told that it could never walk on a leash. It only could be walked by a harness by some other trainer. So I get the opportunity to work with her dog. So I use a regular collar, and after the walk, they can't believe that. That's all you need. So it's about teaching the dog what you want. That's all it is. So stay tuned for the next video. I hope you're picking up something. Peace.